Hello everybody and welcome to Skeeter Jones Things. I'm Misty and in this video I'll be showing you my scarf collection. Some of these are already listed on my eBay page. Most of them are not, but they are all available to you today. Before we get into it though, I would like to ask that if you enjoy the content that you like and share, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll always know when I post new videos. And as always, I like to engage with my viewers and subscribers in the comments section. If you would like to order anything you see today, email me at skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com. Include the video name, the item number, and a brief description, and your PayPal email address. But with regard to the item number, those will not be included in this video, but each one is so unique, you can just describe it and I'll know exactly which one you're talking about. Please keep these things in mind as you're considering buying, so that you can make an informed purchasing decision. Now, first off, if you hear any barking in the background, that will be Skeeter Jones barking at the passing traffic because I've chosen to film this outside despite 92-degree heat. But I do live out in the woods and it's pretty shady, but he may bark at a car or two passing by. But let's get right into it. First off is this Liz Claiborne polyester scarf. There it is, made in China, 100% polyester. It says dry clean. I haven't tried washing this one, but I have had success myself hand washing 100% polyester items that it says dry clean on the label. I am not recommending that. I would hate for somebody to wash it and then get poor results, and then I would be to blame for that. So use your own judgment, but personally I have had success with that. This one is 11 inches wide by 52 inches long, just in time for the Barbie craze. It is covered with hearts and perfume bottles. It's a nice shade of bubblegum pink, and it's this polyester satin. It's got this machine rolled hem, and there is a difference between hand rolled and machine rolled. But on any scarf, you do want this narrow rolled hem like that. It's going to make it look nicer and cleaner and less bulky. It'll make it drape better when it's hanging if there's not a bunch of wide fabric on a wide hem. But here is the Liz Claiborne pink perfume bottles, is what we'll call this one. And these go for similar Liz Claiborne scarves go for $10 to $25 on eBay. I'll be listing that one for $18. But as always, for my viewers and subscribers, if you're interested in it, email me at skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com and I will give you a better price than what it's listed for on eBay. And that holds true for anything I'll be showing you today. Next is this Verisa Vera. I had never heard of this brand before. I believe it is vintage just by the colors, by the font there used on the tag, and by the made in Japan. This one is about 6 inches wide, I believe. Let's double check that. It is about 6.5 inches wide, and it's up about 52 inches long, like the Liz Claiborne. And I'll give you a drive-by of it. It's also got the nice small hem, but this is machine rolled. I'll show you a hand rolled as soon as we get to one. But this has these really nice shades of green, this turquoisey green, and then this more, I guess maybe sagey green. Then the pink, dark pink and light pink flowers, and it just trails down the length of the entire scarf on this light brown background with a dark brown edging. It's really, really pretty, very feminine and delicate, and it could be worn in a number of ways. So Verisa Vera, that's how you spell that. Similar ones were around $19 on eBay. These were kind of hard to find. I'm listing this one for $18. Next is the, let's see, the long silk plaid. I had tried filming this same video one at a time, like bringing each scarf one at a time into the frame, and that was just so visually boring. There was nothing to look at while I was pulling the next scarf into frame, so I decided to bunch them all up like this. So because of that, I'm going to have to dig through them to find each one, but it does look better on screen. This one is another long one. It is 7 inches wide. I believe the length is about the same as the previous two. And if you want more precise measurements on any of these, just message me and I'll be glad to give that to you. This one has a few little spots right here. They're very faint and they would probably wash out, I'm almost certain. This feels like silk, and it likely is silk, but the fiber content tag is missing, so I can't say for certain, but I do believe that it is silk. A lot of scarves, and here's an example, have the branding as part of the design. This is a Liz Claiborne, and I'm going to call it silk just because it just has that feel. And it's these beautiful jewel tone shades of, you've got chartreuse, this Kelly green, the lighter blue and darker blue, orange, pink, all of these pretty shades for summer. Even though it is late in the summer, this would still look pretty as we go into fall. Or maybe you're still going to go to the beach and it'll be just in time for your Labor Day beach trip. So I'm calling this one the long plaid Liz Claiborne. These are around 15 plus. It really has a wide range of prices on something similar to this on eBay. So I am going to list mine for $18. And again, message me if you're interested in that for a better price, or email me, excuse me, if you're interested in that one. Next is Echo. This is a brand I had never heard of until I got this at an estate sale. And apparently there are Echo aficionados out there. This is logo branded, and most Echo scarves I found as I was researching, this one does not have it, but the logo is usually a little cursive logo in the corner somewhere. This is an example of that hand-rolled hem I was talking about. They take care to hide the stitching on that side. You can see it on the other side. Echo scarves are silk. This does have a few little spots that will probably come out with washing, I believe. And this is vintage. I've only seen one other like it. I don't think it was on eBay. I think it was on Poshmark. And it was the same design, but it was in shades of brown. So this is the only one like this that I've been able to find anywhere, although you will readily find Echo scarves available on eBay of different designs. And this also prompts me to mention something else. There's a really wide range of pricing on Echo scarves, everything from about $5 or $6 up to $45 and $50. And that tells you that there's a good following for the product. And the people who are pricing them lower just didn't do the research to know that there is a following and that there is more value to that item. So when you see something priced low and then you see the same thing priced a lot higher, kind of look into that and look at the language that they're using in their listing. And you can a lot of times tell by the language used in the listing whether the person really understands the value of what they have. And that will account for the lower price, which, can work out for a better price for you sometimes. This one, they are going for about $10 to $45, Echo scarves. I'm going to list mine for $25. And again, we'll give a better deal to my viewers and subscribers. I forgot to give you a size on that. Let me get that out really quick. It is square. It's about 25-inch square. So Echo silk scarf. Next, Anne Klein 2. I believe this is the Anne Klein 2, and it is really, really big. This is another one that has the branding as part of the design. Here it is. Anne Klein 2. The tag is missing on this one, but I believe it is also silk. I can't say for certain that it is. Let me double check that fiber, the fiber content tag would have been there and somebody removed that. This looks like it has the look of a hand rolled, but the stitches are so precisely the same that's got to be machine rolled. But it is very, very large. I'll say very, very large. It's probably the largest one I'm showing you today. The length on it is About 50 inches, 50 or 52 inches square. And it has these just gorgeous, in time for fall, these gorgeous jewelly tones of purple, maroon, this deep jewel green, this kind of gold beige, a little brown, and it's all in dots. It's not paisley, but it has that kind of rich look of old world paisley. Did I say old world? I meant like, old fashioned paisley. It's just deep and rich looking. And here's a drive-by of the edge. So you've got this all the way around. There's the corner, and that's how it goes. And then this is the center of the design. I don't have a bigger screen to fully show it to you. But there that is, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's about 52 inches square, like I said. Anne Klein scarves like this, generally around 19 plus on eBay, sold on eBay. I'm going to list this one at $20. Anne Klein 2, 52-inch scarf. Next, Elaine Gold. Elaine Gold is right here. This is silk. Elaine Gold scarves are another one of those that has a following, and you'll see a wide range of prices from around $10 to around $25. I'm going to list mine for $20. This is a 31-inch square. It's another one where the branding is woven in or printed on. And the colors are this gorgeous lavender, sage, pink, tan, on this beige background with, that can probably wash out. And this edge is, I don't know how it's looking to you on the screen, but it's sort of a sagey, sandy green color on the edge. And it is a 31-inch square. And here's what Elaine Gold looks like. Elaine Gold silk scarf, 31 inches. And I will be listing this one for $20. Just email me if you are interested in that one. Next, Ben Goodman. This is a vintage scarf. If you couldn't tell by the colors, that just screams 1973. And the tag is somewhere on here. There it is. Right here, 100% polyester. You can tell by that font, by the color of the tag here. Made in Japan, 100% polyester, hand rolled. That is a selling point when one is hand rolled. It's just that someone took the time. This was not, quickly, whipped out in mass production. That's a hand rolled hem. And it's in these shades of brown, orange, gold, and it has this it reminds me of India. It has this gorgeous design right in the middle that's edged by a square with this sort of scroll work. And then I forgot what these are called. These sort of things that remind you of the buildings in India, the points on them like that. This gives me that kind of feel. This one is about 52 inches. No, that's not 52 inches. This is 26 inches square. Ben Goodman, 52-inch square. And this one is going to list for $20. This is another one that has a following. The prices you'll find on eBay range anywhere from $8 up to $30. I didn't find another one in that exact color, but I did find lots of other Ben Goodman scarves. Next, Curlsmith. This is a current, sorry about that. Had a little, I think the wind got my, or maybe that scarf got my camera. So next is Curlsmith. This is a current brand. Here it is right here. I found when I researched this, this is called vegan silk. I really don't know what constitutes vegan silk. Here's your nice narrow hem, not hand rolled. It doesn't mean that it's inferior if it isn't hand rolled. It's just an extra touch if it is. This has these rich tones of maroon, lime, lighter green, darker green. Well, I wouldn't say lighter. I'd say more like a Kelly green and then like an olive green and a lime green. Then this kind of teal color, pink, maroon, with this fine line black edging. And that's really pretty. And I don't know why the website showed people with it tied around their hair, curly-haired people with it tied around their hair. And I think maybe it's called Curlsmith because you can wrap your hair in it and it will protect your curls maybe while you sleep. But it's a nice little logo here with the little mortar and pestle. And it's really pretty. These list from the manufacturer, straight from the manufacturer, for $20. You will find them listed on eBay for much higher. But if you go to the manufacturer's website, you will see that they offer them for $20. I am going to list mine for probably $15. It's a pretty large one. It's a 35-inch square. Again, vegan silk. I don't know if that refers to the diet they feed the silkworms or if it means that they don't use silkworms. But Curlsmith scarf, 35-inch square, vegan silk. This one is going to list for $15. Next, plaid. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I have a few plaids. This one is the black, beige, and orange. It's a black background with these peacock feathers and then just regular feathers. And I called it plaid. I don't know if this design would actually be called plaid or not, but I'm calling it that. It's this background on black with the beige, what we're calling plaid, and a little bit of orange in the plaid. And then the feathers are orange, and then these shades of beige and blue. And then this lighter kind of cream colored one here. This one does not have a brand on it. Hope I didn't give you vertigo there. Sorry for sticking that up in your face. This is 27 inches square. It has a missing tag. These and similar things, which are I'm just calling polyester scarf, and I put the measurement in. When I don't have any more information, I just search just general polyester scarf. And they have a range of about 8+ on eBay. So I'm going to list this one for 10, and I'm just calling it the feather plaid scarf. Next is the blue and green abstract. This looks nice and summery. This one is about 25 inches square. And there's not really a whole bunch more I can say about it except that it is just blue and green abstract. It's these shades of chartreuse and blue and then darker blue. You have a defined square in the middle. The wind is catching it. That's one of the hazards of doing it outside. Right there. So you've got this square with the design kind of more compact in the middle, and then a little wider out around the edge, and then this blue edging here. And the uneven light is another terrible hazard of doing it outside. So I hope this video turns out okay. Let me know in the comments what you think about filming it outside. I live out in the woods, and I like getting out here in the daylight. Hopefully the cicadas will hold off because they get pretty loud out here. Next, let's see, Escher. This is not actually an MC Escher scarf. It just reminds me of MC Escher. If you know those drawings, those line drawings that seem kind of impossible, the doorways and stairs to nowhere and all that. But it has these great colors. This looks like it was probably made in the 1960s. And it doesn't have any tags on it, so I don't know the fiber content. It feels like it's probably silk. It has what I think is probably a hand-rolled hem. And it has these shades of this darker pink and this lighter fuchsia, brown and black, yellow. And it's just interesting. It's just this abstract line work. And it looks nice. It has a few little places on it. Like right there, it looks like maybe the color ran once when someone washed it maybe. And then here where maybe someone held it together with the pen. There goes Skeeter, sorry about that. So it has this little hole there. Maybe someone held it together with a brooch and then it made that little hole. But this one is really pretty, and it falls into that that category of just general scarves, 8+. Actually, since I think it's silk, but I looked it up under polyester just to be safe. I don't want to say something is silk and then find out it's not. I'd rather say it's not and find out it is. But this one I put in that 8+ category under just general silk scarves, or excuse me, general polyester scarves. So I'm going to list it for 10, and that's what I'm listing all of them for that fall into that 8+ general polyester scarf category. It's 25-inch square, and I'm just calling it Escher scarf, keeping in mind it is not Escher. I'm just calling it that. Then next, Pagoni Moda. This one is interesting because I'd never heard of this brand. I tried looking it up, and they're in Greece. It's a Greek company, and you have to actually switch to English mode to be able to read the website, and they're wholesalers. So it didn't give any consumer pricing, but this is a silk scarf, and it actually looks very Greek. If you look at this design here, it just reminds you of the Parthenon or the Pantheon, the buildings. And it's got this rich little leafy scroll work around the edges, and it's got this big medallion in the center. These designs are just so big, and I can't stand back far enough to get the whole thing in the screen at one time. Yeah, that's kind of turned around sideways there. And the brand, where it says that it is silk and it says Pagoni Moda, is right here. So I looked them up. They are in Greece, and that's all they specialize in is scarves. It's a Pagoni. Let's see, the name of the website is, I wrote it down for you, pagoni.gr/en. The /en is important unless you understand how to read Greek. And the name of the company is Pagoni de Cravate, DESCRAVATES, which is French for of scarves. So this is 34-inch square. The colors are so rich and vibrant, and it's really pretty. A huge silk scarf from Greece. There's only one other Pagoni Moda scarf listed on eBay. There are none sold on any of the platforms I checked. And so I had to go with the one on eBay is currently listed for $70. I'm going to list mine for probably $35 or $40. But again, if you're interested, I'll give you a better price than that. Just email me at skeeterjonesthings@gmail. Next, we're almost to the end. I wanted to try to make this video be 30 minutes or less. I might make it. It's at 23 minutes now. New York & Company, brand new. It retailed originally for $10.50. These beautiful shades of maroon and tan sheer. And it has these roses on it. The maroon edging, black background, maroon and tan roses. It is like a neckerchief. It is 19 inches square. It reminds me of, if you remember, maybe the mid-90s when the neckerchief craze was going on, where people would kind of roll them up kind of narrow like this, and then tie a little knot in the front like that. Maybe that's coming back. Maybe you can bring it back with this. This is, we'll just call this New York & Company Rose Scarf. I will be listing that one for $5. It's originally retailed for $10.50, and it still has the tag. Next is the blue and beige plaid. I love this. It looks very collegiate to me. If your school has navy as one of its colors, maybe you could wear that to a ball game. This is about 26 and a half inches square, and it's just that. It is just a cream or beige and navy blue plaid, 26 and a half inch square. The branding and the fiber content are gone. It feels like it is probably polyester. And I am calling that just the blue and beige plaid. It's one of those that I think it's polyester, could be silk, but lucky you, I'm going to call it polyester and price it as polyester. And if you end up with silk, it'll be your lucky day. This is, it's one of those that's in that 8+ range. I'm going to price it at $10 when I list it on eBay. Next to last, the orange, tan, brown, dandelion vintage polyester scarf. That will probably be the name that it gets on eBay. I love this design. Look at this. I wish I could show you the whole design at one time. Okay, at the bottom, it has like these little flowers, sort of some kind of lily it looks like, and then it goes right into these dandelions. And then the background changes to orange with the stripes. And then it has these swirls up at the top with more dandelions kind of floating away into the sky. So I'll give you a little drive-by. From the top down, these gorgeous colors there. And it also kind of reminds me of the 70s with these colors. But I just loved that artistic design that the entire scarf is taken up with one picture, basically, of just these dandelions. So I'm just calling it the dandelion scarf. It does not have a brand. I'm just calling it a vintage polyester. And again, in that 8+ category when I research. So I'm going to list it for 10. And last but not least, this silk taupe and turquoise floral fringe. And this fringe feels like it's cotton. The scarf itself is very clearly silk, and it's this beige background. And my light is terrible now. Let me shield the sun a little bit. So it's this beige background with this sage green floral print with a little bit of brown detail work. And this band around the edge is the sage green and white. And the fringes are kind of knotted like this. They're spaced out, knotted like that. And they are cotton. They feel like very much like cotton. And this one's a big one. I'm going to try to block that sun. Again, those hazards of doing this outside. This is about a 38-inch square. And I'm calling it just the silk taupe and turquoise floral fringed scarf. And now here's my boring background. So let's bring everybody back into the picture and remind you that if you enjoyed the content, bad lighting notwithstanding, that you give me a like and a share, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell, and allow me to engage with you in the comments. I really love reading your comments and responding to them. And again, if you see anything you would like to order, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com. When you email me, include this video name, not the item number, but just a brief description and your PayPal email address. And remember to keep these things in mind. And now the sun's going away just in time for me to say bye and thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.